This is a microcosm of what's happening all over the country.
Вся повестка, как вы сказали, они придумали зеленый переход. ЛГБТ, МИТУ, БЛМ. Вот это там отмена балета в главной английской танцевальной школе, запрет сдавать математику, потому что меньшинство ее не освоит там в некоторых других школах, запрет называть грудное молоко грудным молоком, матерей матерями. Люди сидят и думают, это для чего? В чем идея? Кто этим управляет? Кому это выгодно? Вот все же ищут, что это вот кому-то выгодно. Найти не могут. Вот как вы считаете, что за этим стоит?
Ну, если брать вот анализ, который нам доступен, мы не можем влезть в их шкуру и понять, зачем это все нужно. И невозможно понять, почему, если человек имеет какие-то склонности, почему его не оставить с этими склонностями, пусть он этими склонностями увлекается. Зачем это все просто делать знаменем, движение какого-то? Невозможно понять.
Зачем пресс-секретарь президента, вновь назначенный, выходит на трибуну и говорит, я лесбиянка, я черная, точка.
Then this happens.
Okay, well, 104 will come through. I'll do the Robert. And we'll phone senior report.
Robert, what's going on now?
Dickhead.
Oh no, he referred to him as a dickhead.
Dickhead.
All the SWAT team.
Dickhead.
Robert!
The language of public order offence. Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. Clearly, it is. On my property. People can hear, the public can hear. On my property. The public can hear. The public can hear. Stop swearing.
But causing offence by referring to the officer as a dickhead, which he is, Officer Dickhead then proceeds to invade the guy's property and try to put him under arrest.
Stop swearing.
Wag?
Under arrest. Come here. Come here.
Excuse Rob.
On my property. I'm in the...
Right, enough, Robert. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Get on the floor now.
Oh my God!
Robert, stop assaulting. You're under arrest.
You're assaulting him. Leave him. You're on our property. What are you arresting him for?
So the question is, how did this happen? And it turns out it was not an accident. At the very same time that leaks in these pipelines were detected, Swedish officials recorded two powerful undersea explosions, each one of which was equivalent to hundreds of pounds of TNT. Nothing in nature can account for that. Almost immediately, the pipelines began leaking in three separate places. So there's only one explanation for what happened. This was an act of industrial terrorism. That was very obvious to the Prime Minister of Poland, and he wasted no time in saying so. We can clearly see, he said, this was an act of sabotage, an act of terrorism. Well, yes, we can see that. So the question is who did it, and of course the prime suspect is obvious. It would be the same man who caused domestic inflation here in the U.S. and stole the 2016 election from Hillary Clinton. That'd be Vladimir V. Putin. The Washington Post got right to it. Putin, they declared, is now weaponizing the Nord Stream pipelines. According to the Canadian ambassador to the UN, Vladimir Putin has decided to use, quote, pollution as an act of war. Progressive Twitter strongly endorsed this conclusion. Putin did it. And that makes sense until you thought about it for just a moment. But is he stupid? Probably isn't stupid. Europe needs your energy now more than ever with winter approaching. If you can't deliver that energy, then countries like Germany have no need to pay attention to what you want. You're in the middle of a war, an all-hands-on-deck war, so you need all the leverage you can get. Under these circumstances, there is no chance you would blow up Nord Stream 1 or 2. That even our famously dim Secretary of State, Tony Blinken, seemed to acknowledge it. Sabotaging Nord Stream, he said today, is, quote, clearly in no one's interest. Right, but really only half right.
If Russia invades, that means tanks or troops crossing the border of Ukraine again. Then there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
How will you do that exactly? Since the project and control of the project is within Germany's control.
We will. I promise you, we'll be able to do it.
Would that guy really blow up a methane pipeline in the middle of the Baltic Sea? It was hard to imagine. That would be an unimaginably reckless act. That would be the kind of thing you would do if you wanted to start a nuclear war. It would be insane. And yet, in retrospect, it's obvious they were thinking about this.
With regard to Nord Stream 2, we continue to have very strong and clear conversations with our German allies, and I want to be clear with you today. If Russia invades Ukraine, one way or another, Nord Stream 2 will not move forward.
One way or the other, we'll stop Nord Stream. Could the Biden administration really do something like this? We can't say for sure. We don't know for sure. Radek Sikorski is a Polish politician. He's chairman of the EU-USA delegation in the European Parliament. So when the pipelines blew up, Sikorski responded immediately. Here's what he wrote. Thank you, USA. So once again, did the Biden administration really do this? It's hard to believe. Given that it's an atrocity, it's effectively an act of terrorism, we don't want to make that accusation. But we should tell you that, maybe not coincidentally, today, a brand new pipeline was unveiled, a pipeline that carries non-Russian natural gas in roughly the same area as Nord Streams 1 and 2. This is called the Baltic Pipe. It was inaugurated in Poland. It will carry natural gas from Norway through Denmark to Poland and other countries nearby. And it's likely to do very well since now it has less competition.
What are you arresting him for? Rob? Just let him do it if that's the case.
Then at some point, Officer Dickhead pepper sprays him in the face. A naughty word. You're a speech criminal.
And another one.
Time to de-escalate now? No. You know what this situation needs? More police officers. Call in the cavalry. 7 more for saying a naughty word. Maybe time to de-escalate now? No. You know what this situation needs? More police officers. Call in the cavalry. 7 more police officers in 6 more police cars to deal with this dangerous speech criminal.
And another one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 police officers. Wow, I can't believe this.
Do you need us? No, it's fine.
It's real overkill, isn't it?
Well, you can't be too careful. Someone might say fuck or something. Better call in the tactical weapons unit just to be on the safe side. As Crime Podge explains, your man saying the word dickhead isn't a violation of the law. So the guy was carted off to prison. I mean, it's not like Cheshire police have anything better to do, is it? It's not like knife crime is exploding and fewer offenders are being jailed. It's not like criminal gangs are grooming kids as young as 10 to sell hard drugs on the street. It's not like criminals, according to the ex-Cheshire police chief, are rubbing their hands with glee at the thieving opportunities provided by the cost of living crisis. Well, don't worry. Cheshire police were voted the top police force in the country for equality among lesbian, gay, bi and transgender staff. They have a gay flag up outside their headquarters. You talk about getting your priorities straight. This is a microcosm of what's happening all over the country. We've got police officers fannying around in rainbow-coloured cars, dancing the Macarena at gay pride parades. Putting on displays outside supermarkets that say, being offensive is an offence, when it isn't. Imprisoning people for sending edgy memes in private chat groups. Arresting people for protesting against the current thing.
You cut the protest short today because you've upset people.
People take offence to the Russian flags that you were displaying, as there's currently a war going on in Ukraine with Russia. That applies to all 3 of you, so if I can remove your phone now.
Arresting people for Facebook posts that upset the LGBT community.
What did it need to come to?
Tell us why you escalated it to this level. Because I don't understand.
Повестка. Как вы сказали, они придумали зеленый переход. ЛГБТ, МИТУ, БЛМ. Вот это там отмена балета в главной английской танцевальной школе. Запрет сдавать математику, потому что меньшинство ее не освоит там, в некоторых других школах. Запрет называть грудное молоко грудным молоком, матерей матерями. Люди сидят и думают, это для чего? В чем идея? Кто этим управляет? Кому это выгодно? Вот все же ищут, что это вот кому-то выгодно. Найти не могут. Вот как вы считаете, что за этим стоит?